Yo, what's up guys? Keystone here. If you're unfamiliar with this channel, it's brand new. Just started it, outdoor channel. If you like coyote hunting, deer hunting, outdoors, hiking through trails, this is the right place for you. Make sure you sub to the channel. Now, what I do for a living now, I used to be just a typical 9-to-5 guy. I was about to start a fire back there. It's my little fire pit I built right by the spring-fed pond back here. But, you know, I gave all that stuff up literally in September of last year. I went all in on becoming a professional gambler, a bet on sports for a living, if you want to call it that. And on top of that, I just do fun stuff like every day. Like that's what we were working on all week. Just got back literally a couple hours ago from UFC 318 in New Orleans. It was awesome. But right before I left, I started this project down the woods with one of my buddies that was visiting from California, where I'm originally from. I live in southern Tennessee now. This is the ranch I bought out here, and I do just projects like this. This is the life that I am trying to help many people get on to become financially free, invest their money well. I have a lot of tricks to the trade, and I was lucky enough to get in on this thing called BTC at a very good price back in the day. Created a lot of opportunities for me. I'm willing to help anybody go down that same path if they're willing to do the work, pay attention, and more importantly than anything, learn. I hope you guys enjoy this video I prepared. This is a bunch of work we did out in the woods to make a part of the property a little more accessible that was kind of not accessible to this point. So now we get to enjoy it every day. I hope you guys enjoy it. Peace. All right, so I had a buddy over and we decided to make this part of the property a little more accessible, usable, and we created this trail. Now this one right here you're looking at, there was an old one here and it basically needed to be kind of touched up a little bit. Probably 10 years of neglect. It was actually a lot of freaking work. The first 50 yards or so here was a lot of work. So it starts, the opening right there is right up by the driveway. So we are now heading the direction west technically, and this kind of hugs my property line over here on the right. Got some tall oaks, plenty of shade this time of year in the summer with all the leaves, walking through the woods. Now that is actually the property line right there. It kind of bends around and then it goes directly straight, but we will be actually cutting down, switching directions here very soon to the north. But yes, that is barbed wire fence. Might be hard to see right there, but yeah, that's the actual property line. Now I have been over here before. You'll see very shortly there's a deer blind up here that needs a little touching up as well. Probably bring it back, wash it off, bring it back out here. Haven't spent a ton of time in this deer blinds, however. So guys, we did all this, believe it or not, without a tractor. We used a chainsaw, cleared out some trees, and we basically used just a good old-fashioned DeWalt electric weed eater with some big batteries and not the string but the metal blade to cut like the brush and stuff. Did a fantastic job. So here's one of those deer blinds. I think this could be a good spot. I might need to clear out a few trees to get a few shooting lanes, but I do think that the deer will naturally just start using these trails. They do like least resistance, especially up here in the woods. But the southern state of Tennessee is just beautiful this time of year. You can see my dog Bella there. And what she was walking through was like a little natural kind of just a little curve in the hill where the water forms and kind of runs to one place, and then it runs down into this big creek system that we're about to cross on the first bridge. Giving you guys a little bit of a view of the height of some of these trees. The loblollies and the oaks can get very tall in the southern part of the state. So there's 4 total creek systems that run on this property, this ranch. This is the biggest of them. This is probably the widest. It's been pretty much a drought here for about a week and a half. So we don't have a ton of rain. That's just a little pocket that built up that Bella loves to go swimming in. But we constructed that offset 16-foot bridge. It's pretty stable. Probably hold two people at a time to be safe, or a mountain bike, but definitely no quads. We didn't build it for that. This is a walking trail. We kind of cut back here and you get a nice little view of the, like I said, the largest creek system on the property. This is by far the steepest little part of the entire hike right here. Now, granted, I'm in flip-flops and with some bug spray on my feet. And so I'm walking kind of slow and side by side up the hill, so my flip-flops don't fly off. But yeah, this is like pretty much kind of in the middle of the woods now, and the property runs to your right on the screen, very far up into a, we'll call it the northwest corner. We're somewhere out here in the middle of these big woods where I like to hunt. And so we're wrapping back around down by the creek again. We got a really good view. You can see how the creek kind of snakes through there. It's just stunning, guys. I feel so partial to the South. I feel like I was supposed to live here my whole life, to be honest with you. Originally from California. So overall, you got just, you know, a middle of the woods trail here. And we're gonna hook right to the right here, and this is the second bridge we built. Now this is a 12 or 13 foot bridge. We cut a little bit off a 16 footer, and yeah, it's also a little offsetter, you know, it's giving a, I guess you could call it a cute design like that, you see. This is actually a different creek system, but this one runs into the bigger one that you saw on the last bridge. Not only do we have a lot of fun doing this, it was a lot of hard work. It was very hot and humid those days, and trust me, we had to drink plenty of fluids, electrolytes, and water to stay, you know, as hydrated as possible. It was very hot and humid when we did all this physical labor. But, you know, without a tractor probably would have made it a lot easier, but we were just having a good time out here in the woods. Bella absolutely loves her new trails. She loves to go on walks. It's her favorite thing to do every day. So we had a second deer blind there, and then of course it was an existing trail that was on this property when I purchased it, and it's touched up there, but not on that side, as you can see. So I'll have to get up there and mess with this very soon. But it goes up there, and that's actually a food plot for the deer. And yeah, I'll show you where that connects to in a sec. But this was an existing trail. There's a little bit of space over here on the right. I actually have a deer stand, which I'll zoom in on in a sec. So the beautiful thing about this ranch is it has a really good mix of woods, which is perfect for hunting. And when I originally bought this place, I was thinking maybe Airbnb out to like vacationers, hunters, maybe riders. It's a very secluded place. The driveway is a third of a mile from the street, which is just on a little, you know, town road. It's, you know, it's a very isolated spot back here. Perfect for peace and quiet, nature. Now that is the original creek I showed you over the first 16-foot bridge. Now it's more narrow here, of course, but this would be a good place. There's actually just to the left right there, kind of like a little waterfall, and it's very heavy with pea gravel, natural gravel pit underneath everything. Would be a great spot to collect some water to the best of your abilities to kind of let the rocks do their work. Still recommend obviously purifying it if possible, but if you couldn't, that'd probably be the best place to collect some. Now we've done crops here, and this year we signed a hay contract with the neighbors to basically kind of help them help us. They've treated the fields out here, so there's, they've added fertilizer, lime, all the stuff to make it just kind of a nicer cut for cutting hay. And they actually just cut about 2 weeks ago, so it's starting to grow back fast, and we haven't even had much rain. So that first trail right here that I just showed you was actually where the other one went up to the food plot that comes out, and that is what you call the power line trail, is what we call it. On the other side of that power line trail over there, I have a shooting range set up where we do all kinds of target practicing. Now this is a pretty solid sized spring-fed natural ponds that was, just here. Get a great, 50 by 26 patio out on back. We have an awesome view. We play cornhole, all kinds of stuff when I have guests over. And there is fish in there as well. Now that's one of my next projects, to try to beef it up a little bit and maybe get some more, good sized fish in there where I can literally just catch dinner anytime I feel like doing that. Now, like I mentioned, there is a lot of open fields on this ranch as well. As you can see right here, this is, I guess you would call it the front door view from the property of the house. And, it goes well off to your left over here, which I'll pan towards now. It's just a stunning view, and some of the highest hills in the town are off in the distance over there to the left. Don't know if you can quite see them or not, but I'll do a slow down, slow-mo spin right here. But this time of year is fun in the South, guys. It's just beautiful. Everything is fluorescent green. It's one of the greenest places you'll ever see this time of year in the country. So hope you all enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more content.